It's really insane to think that the 9th-year anniversary is a little more than 2 months away, right? I'm recording this on the 11th of November. That means December 11th, January 11th, and then 2 more weeks, and then boom, the anniversary is here, right? The countdown is here, and it's I don't know, man, and I'm excited because it's like as these years go on, it becomes less apparent what they're actually going to do. And in this video, I'm going to talk about some things that I really want to see. I really want your opinion on them as well, but I want you to let me know what you want to see in the comments. And the best idea, or I guess the most, the most well thought out idea in the comments, I will definitely pin it and then shout it out in the next video, no matter what that video is. Hopefully I remember to do that, but even if I don't, I'll still shout that comment out in a future video. So again, it's like I love speculating. I love talking about it. I love just conceptualizing, and I love reading what the community has to say as well. It's just one of those community moments for me, at least for me. I don't know if you feel the same way. But yeah, 9th anniversary is approaching very, very fast, and I only have 3 concepts. I could have made this video an hour if we're being completely honest. Maybe I'll do separate specific concept videos building up to the 9th year anniversary, like concept 1, concept 2, just fully built out celebration details and easy A's and full kits and concepts and all that great stuff. So I can definitely do that in the future, but for right now I just wanted to talk on 3 different not topics, but 3 different things I could see anniversary being. I'm not going to, speculate in the sense of saying, no, this will 100% be the anniversary. It's just more so, me saying this is what I think could happen or what I want to see. And the first one is going to be superhero related. And the reason why I bring this up is because, we actually don't have a playable Beast Gohan in Dokkan, and other Dragon Ball IPs have a playable Beast Gohan. Fortnite has a Beast Gohan in the game. So the fact that we don't have that is kind of disrespectful. And I think the anniversary is a great time to do that. And you can do it multiple ways, right? You can do part 1 Beast Gohan and, Perfect Cell over here. Or, well, not Perfect Cell, what the heck, Cell Max. And part 2, you can do Super Saiyan 2 Gohan versus Perfect Cell, right, as a standalone Carnival LR. I think that would be beautiful. I have Orange Piccolo up here because I'd love to see a standalone Orange Piccolo. If they're going to do a standalone Beast Gohan, they have to do a standalone Orange Piccolo. And another thing, too, is Legends has an LF Gamma 1 and 2. I would love an LR Gamma 1 and 2, right? And I think in Legends, the way it works is that they're kind of like a switch character. So you can choose to, not choose, but, you can switch back and forth between Gamma 1 and Gamma 2. And then they have not an active skull. I don't know what the phrase is for Legends, but it has a mechanic where Gamma 2, right, will shoot up into the sky, and then Gamma 1 is the only one fighting, and a certain time has to elapse. Essentially, it's like a standby skill, right? That's what the equivalent would be for Dokkan. So then Gamma 2 flies up, and then once the unique gauge fills up, then Gamma 2 comes down and does that, legendary attack that, on Cell Max, which didn't really do much, but you get the point, right? I mean, you get the point. So that can be an amazing KO moment, I think, right? I think superhero has a lot of potential. Legends also has a not reviving, but it's like it's a magenta character that once the character dies, it turns into Cell Max, but it's more of like a KO. I don't really know what the gimmick would be called. It's like you actually beat Magenta, right? But before Magenta officially says goodbye, Cell Max pops out and does a little bit of damage, right? I don't really know. I don't know what the actual mechanic would be called, or how that would work in Dokkan. But a Magenta that revives, right, into Cell Max could be really cool. It's whenever you kill Magenta, he presses the button, then knocks out, and boom, Cell Max comes out for maybe like a few turns, whatever. Again, I don't really know how it would work, but I think Superhero has a lot of potential, and I think it could carry an anniversary for sure. Absolutely. I don't if they focus the entire anniversary on Superhero, I don't know how that would work in terms of carrying the entire, because like what if part 1 is Beast Gohan and Orange Piccolo, what do you do for part 2? Gamma 1 and Gamma 2 and Cell Max? Like, it's hype, right? But I don't really see that. I mean, I guess it could work. I honestly think Beast Gohan, playable Beast Gohan and Orange Piccolo part 1, and then Gamma 1 and 2 as well as Cell Max part 2 would overall be more hype than the 8th year anniversary. Because I think the 8th year anniversary, the Z duo, the GT duo, I mean, you love those characters if you love the Majin Buu Saga or GT, right? But like, they weren't like extremely hype characters. They were just extremely powerful, but they weren't like hype like maybe the 5th year anniversary was, right? The 5th year anniversary was just the definition of hype. The 8th year anniversary was or even the 7th year was also hype too, but the 8th year was more so not necessarily hype, but more so how good and powerful those units were. So this would be, I think, a great way to bring back that anniversary hype, especially for part 2, right? Especially if these characters are also really good. So let me know what you think about that. Superhero could be, again, also they could do Superhero part 1 and then, you know, something else part 2, or, you know, half and half. So same way 8th year was half GT, have Majin Buu Saga, even though that wasn't really the theme. It was more so like a Goku and Vegeta theme, right? So just keep that in mind. Anyways, the next idea I have here, not really fully fledged out, but of course is going to be TOP. This is just a few screenshots and a few GIFs of what we could actually get. So let's just go through it, of course. We have Blue Goku. Not absorbing. Did he absorb the Spirit Bomb? I don't really know the logistics of what actually happened here, if that's the correct way to say it. But regardless, Blue Goku into UI Goku, or UI Goku into MUI, right? We still need that. I have full power Jiren here. We do have an LR full power Jiren, but I want to see a transforming Jiren into full power. We have Kaba here going Super Saiyan 2. I would love a base into Super Saiyan 2 Kaba, a Super Saiyan into Super Saiyan 2 Kaba. I would love to absolutely see a base form Kaba, Kale, and Caulifla that transform into Super Saiyan 2 Kaba, Kale, and Caulifla, or maybe an active skill that, you know, goes into Berserk Kale, because why not? An LR Pride Troopers, right, where you can pop a standby skill, or maybe an active skill, and depending on specific conditions, you can have Topo come out, you can have Dispo come out, you can have Jiren come out, whatever the case may be. An LR transforming Blue Vegeta into Evolution Blue Vegeta, right? Or, dude, also, if TOP is the 8th year anniversary, we could be seeing, I mean, actually, no, I'm pretty sure, you know, the AGL UI and Evolution Blue Vegeta will be receiving EZAs. So if Vegeta were to get a character in this anniversary, it would have to be, not have to, but I would love for it to be, it would be best if the Vegeta we got was not a standalone Evolution Blue Vegeta, but transforming one. That way we could run that character with the EZA int Blue Vegeta, right? Okay, cool. So yeah, there's a lot of TOP options they can do, right? They can do a God Goku and, you know, base Kefla, right? Transforming Kefla, whatever. An LR, actually, like a genuine LR Kefla. But yeah, not Majin Power. What am I saying? Tournament of Power has so many options, so many different ways to go through things. So, but I do think this will actually be the theme of the 9th year anniversary. I don't know, you know, how they're going to distribute it, or how the levels of hype that would be, depending on, you know, how, you know, it's hard to gauge, right? Depending on what characters they actually release. But let me know what you think about TOP. And the last idea here is my favorite of the bunch, and we're focusing specifically on fusions. Now, before I show you this, okay, because this this concept here, this TOP concept, and this superhero concept is just more so me throwing things together, right? Me showing you this GIF and that GIF and this image, and showing you what they could, you know, actually do. This last concept here is a little bit more thought out with the free-to-play character, the banner units, the Part 2 LRs, so a little bit more thought out. Again, nothing too crazy, but it's just my favorite concept, which is why I spent a little more time on it. I will say it's not going to be Blue Gogeta or Blue Vegito. I really, really wanted to do a standalone Blue Gogeta, because we just don't have that in the game yet. Standalone Blue Gogeta, which is insane to me. But I couldn't do Blue Gogeta without doing Blue Vegito, and it wouldn't make sense to do Blue Vegito since we just got a Blue Vegito. Not necessarily standalone, because, you know, they transform, but it doesn't make sense for me personally to do a standalone Blue Vegito when we just got one a few months ago. So that's why I just couldn't do the blues. But this is my idea. So here we go with part 1 of the fusions. Base standalone Super Gogeta and standalone Super Vegito. Let's take a look at it. When was the last standalone Super Gogeta? Last standalone Super Gogeta. And I say super, I mean like from Fusion Reborn. We have the int one. Okay, so you got that? Int. No, there's no way. It's like truly the only super, like, standalones, because I know this unit transforms into them, and so does this LR. But there's no other standalone Super Gogeta in the game? Like, really? Well, that backs me up a little bit. Base Super Gogeta as an LR doesn't exist. Let's make it exist. Also, standalone Super Vegito, unfortunately, as an LR, I'm saying, doesn't exist. So we're getting 2 LRs that don't exist in that rarity state just yet, right? So this will be part 1. Super Vegito, Super Gogeta. I think personally that would be really, really hype. Also, we have the banner units, and since it's a fusion theme, I had to go with Gotenks as both of the banner units. So one would be, okay, so basically, Majin Buu Saga, you had 2% through Gotenks, and then in Fusion Reborn, when Goku and Vegeta fused, you know, I guess Gotenks or Goten and Trunks kind of, you know, sensed that, and then they fused as well, and this was that scene. So both banner units I think would be great. I think this Gotenks, which we already have a form of this Gotenks as the AGL one right here. So I get it. He's also a banner unit, so I understand that. It could be, you know, it could be just like base form Goten and base form Trunks at turn 1 fuse into Gotenks, right? We can definitely see that as like an entrance animation or, you know, whatever the case may be. Regardless, I want this character to be a, I was gonna say movie heroes. I want this to be a, I guess you can do movie heroes, right? Yeah, this could be a movie heroes support and then a Majin Buu Saga support. I'm talking Majin Buu Saga, I'm talking about like 4 key and like 40% of stats, dude. And then 4 key and 40, whatever support this Gotenks is, of course this Gotenks will mirror that support. Not the kit, but just like the support part of the kit. So let me know what you think. Let me just, you know, I don't care. Let me just do this. It feels like this is a little off. I'm OCD. I'm sorry. Anyways, is it? I think this is actually longer. I don't know. Anyways, so that is that for the banner units as well. So that's essentially part 1. And then we basically have everything else here. So let me show you everything else. So this right here, this right here, I can't even think sometimes, but Fat Janemba, right? He will be the Carnival Part 2 LR. He would be the movie bosses part 2, you know, lead, Carnival 20% lead. And I can imagine him either transforming into Janemba, like the tech form, right? Or he can just be just a Fat Janemba by himself. Now, this Fat Janemba, there's actually a few different things you can do with him. He can end up being just one of the best defensive characters in the game because he was just tanking things like crazy, right? Super Saiyan 3 Goku came out, and he was pummeling this Janemba, but he did not care. He did not care. So you can again just have the just Janemba be one of the strongest defensive characters in the game, and then, you know, he not fuses. What am I talking about, dude? I'm thinking of the fusions here. He, you know, gets hit with by Goku, or I don't really know how it would work. Essentially, I guess if you would have to have a Janemba transforming into a Super Janemba, I'm all over in this video, but hopefully you're following along. I appreciate you. It would make sense if the condition for Janemba to go into Super Janemba was like taking hits, right? Because Goku was the one that forced essentially Janemba to go into Super Janemba. And if that were to be the case, if they do that, they go down that route, then you'd be able to link him up, of course, with the LR physical Janemba, right? Because he starts out as a different named character. So that would be that. And then we also have the Buu here, which would be the first, obviously, LR Kid Buu in the game, and I can envision him being a 200% for Worldwide Chaos, 200% for maybe Majin Buu Saga. One of those two, I think, would definitely fit. Okay, and then however you want to build them is, you know, whatever you want to do. All right. Anyways, now let's move on to the middle character here. We have Goku and Vegeta. Obviously not a fusion, but this is going to be the free-to-play character of the celebration. And this is the way it's going to work. You have Goku and Vegeta, and I want them to work very similarly to this character right here. Right here. Not in the sense of, you know, what they used to do when they... Like, I think when they failed the fusion, they had, like, some drawbacks. I don't really want that. But I want a similar gimmick to this when it comes to their 12 and 18 key super attack. So, imagine, for example, right? We actually saw, right, the Veku skinny and the Veku thick in the Dragon Ball Broly movie. But I think this, you know, free-to-play character here, if you get the 12 key super attack with them, you essentially have a 50% chance of either getting the thick Veku or the skinny Veku, right, for the super attack, and then that causes a specific effect to happen, essentially the same way this happens here, right? Cool. But instead of like lowering, it's raising attack and defense. Let me chill, bro, because I feel like I'm upbeat, I'm kind of hype. I don't know what it is, but I feel like I'm just like all over the place right now. Let me chill. Okay. Speak English. Thank you. All right. So once you get the 18 key super attack with this character, the Goku and Vegeta, then you can either get Super Gogeta or Blue Gogeta. And I guess it could work similar to the 70 and 30% chance, right? 70% chance for Super and 30% chance for Blue Gogeta. I guess if it's a Blue Gogeta, maybe it's a guaranteed crit, right, for the entire turn. If it's Super Gogeta, you know, great chance to crit, guaranteed additional super. I don't know how, again, I don't know how the super tech stuff would be built in here, but yeah, it's a similar mechanic like that. So Goku and Vegeta don't actually attack themselves. Every single time they launch their super attack, they fuse, right? Again, very similar to the Goten and Trunks character. That's the free-to-play character for the anniversary. And then that's a free-to-play LR for the anniversary. And these are the other two free-to-play characters. So the skinny Veku and the thick Veku would be the other free-to-play characters. And they can both support, like one can support maybe movie heroes. Because, I mean, this one is supporting, did I say fusion or movie heroes? So you support Majin Buu Saga. You support Fusion Warrior. Or I think that's the Legend's name. What's the name? Hold on. What's the dude? I can't think today. It's Fuse. Yeah, Fuse Fighters. Okay, that's what it is. So, geez, Fuse Fighter support, Majin Buu Saga support, and this could be like a fusion support, and then like a movie hero support. So you're just supporting essentially all angles of fusions, right? So there's a lot of movie hero fusions. There's quite a few Majin Buu Saga fusions. There's quite a few movie hero fusions, and quite a few whatever else I said, right? Okay, so yeah, let me know what you think about that, though. I think, and I guess the only non-fusion part of this would be Kid Buu and Janemba. But I guess you could also just build something into their kit that makes them work really well with fusions, right? So maybe they have a part of their kit where it's like, if they're facing a fusion character, they have this extra buff. And it's not something that like they desperately need to function. It's just more so a thing to be there, right? If, you know, if they're facing a fusion, you know, whatever the case may be. So yeah, let me know what you think. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Take care and peace.